Hey, prep time, did you guys get to choose what side you were on just then after picking the map?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hydro League. I'm your caster, Misfit Midas, and tonight we are watching Aqaulix eSports play against Beaulo. That's right, I said their name right, on Clubhouse. We're coming into the operator bans first. If you're not super familiar with competitive game playing, the operator bans start first. The defending team picks the first and the last operator ban, while the attacking team gets the middle two. The first ban coming out is going to be Thatch, but that's going to be a super important ban on a lot of different places on this map. That's going to be an easy way to get rid of hatches. That's going to, like the Cade on hatches, that's going to be an easy way to get rid of the tricking elements like, bandit or whatever else you're trying to use on the gym wall. Getting rid of the bandit, that's an easy way to get rid of the CCTV wall that's going to be played on the other upstairs site. All kinds of places where Thatcher is super handy, and we're just doing super hard bans right now. So Thatcher, Maverick, and Kaid all kind of tied in together. If you're familiar with competitive gameplay, going to come out on the ban phase here. And then the Maestro, again, super strong, especially when you're looking at long angle holds here. Let me go ahead and update the operator bans, and we will get into it. All right, so going into our first site, we're going to start upstairs at CCTV Cache, and that's going to be one of the more common holds. Typically, you either start there or downstairs in basement, depending on the team, but we are, in fact, going to start upstairs, and that's one of two sites upstairs. It's that and then gym bedroom. So we are going to see 6 picks from both teams. Blue switching from Ash to IQ, and Terra going from the Legion to the Mozzie, trying to get some of that drone denial. We have the Mute and the Mozzie coming out, and it looks like they're going to play some pretty heavy drone play here. Extremely excited to see what actually can come out with all of these bans right now. It's kind of an interesting, set of bans, especially when you consider the fact that, Maverick's going to be used to open up walls extremely easily. When you do the Maverick trick, you get the top and the bottom all the way through. When you can just open up, it turns into a soft wall. You get rid of the Thatcher, who can typically deny a lot of those holds, just because you're going to have to keep somebody there like a bandit to try and trick it, take some skill. And then you're also going to lose Kaid, which is going to be super important for the hatches on this match, of which there are many. So, really excited to see how the defensive rounds go for both teams, knowing that, or the attacking rounds really knowing that they're going to have to completely attack the site based almost purely off gunplay or taking across the map rather than through some of the common holds. You'll see they go ahead and double reinforce the bottom garage, and kind of looking at where the players are playing here. So Tom Bailey playing right on blue stairs. Terra actually ready to peek Majoror almost here, just kind of waiting on him to come in. Happy is actually going to take some damage here from the Zofia of Majoror. He's going to try and play across from it, but going to connect someone Happy, but not enough. And he's going to be droned out here fairly quickly. Majoror just holding some angles, but now it's Tom's turn to try and fight it out on to Slifer. And Slifer just leaving, knowing he can't be the one that dies, especially since he's one of the 2 hard breaches. They are choosing to bring double hard breach to their credit, but Aqua just trying to wait because, again, they know they have to take this site by force. And they're going to have to get it. If you're watching, you see Blue sitting right in stock. Tom Bailey all the way underneath. Terra and Happy kind of playing across, and that is going to be Happy that picks off Blue. And Majoror immediately refrags onto Happy on the push in. And then Tom immediately going to come up, going to get droned out. He knows he has to rotate. But thankfully, he still has Terra up top. But Shelby is going to take out Majoror from the bottom garage door, playing on the top balcony here. Slifer going to finally be able to get the wall open thanks to the work underneath. But we are at a 3-4 in prep time, rotating back around. Slifer trying to watch into garage, knowing good and well that someone's playing in garage, and that someone is Shelby. Shelby's bringing the yokai drones up and around. The only C4, they actually have one C4 left, and that's going to be Fafi, who's playing on site here. Slifer getting hit by the Echo drone, and with just a minute left, this team's going to have to make the execute. Prep time, important to note, still have all of his utility on that tactical crossbow. The fireball's going to come out strong here, and Slifer going to get a shot onto Shelby across and in garage. That's the Echo gone. So the plant denial gone. Fafi trying to get a peek out. Prep time is going to take out Tom Bailey, and it's now a 2v3 for Beaulo. Fafi gonna peek out, not even aiming in and not really sure what was happening there, but Fafi with a beautiful kill onto Gil right at the bottom of cash stairs. Prep Time knows he's on red stairs, though, or nearby. He's gonna look out and watch. Now Terra and Fafi both located on the same spot. Prep Time is smoking it off. Slifer coming into default plant. They've got to know. Prep Time is going to take out Fafi. And Terra rotating up, stopping the plant! And not the double kill, though, as he gets the down on to Prep Time. Or excuse me, not Prep Time. The down on his Slifer. But Prep Time with the immediate refrag. And that round was almost deadly. If Terra could have landed just one more of those shots. What a round. I'm telling you, it goes down to the gunplay when it takes so long to open up that main wall, and I'm surprised they got it open at all. It's just gunplay, 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 over and over again. Beaulo not satisfied with their performance on CCTV cache, though. They're instead choosing to go right back up top to CCTV cache. So Aqua bringing out almost the exact same lineup. Actually, they are bringing the exact same lineup, excuse me. And no 6 picks coming out across the board. Beaulo coming in strong, ready to try to hold this out. We'll see how it actually gets pulled off here. Important to note again, just kind of the plays that were made. They didn't have to use any of Capital's utility on that bolt, any of the asphyxiating bolts, nothing, to try and stop, the wall denial, to try and stop Shelby off of it. You don't really have to bandit trick too much, especially since the only way they're going to be able to get it is either frags from the window here or, something to impact that wall across, whether charges or whatever they're going to have, like, the ash charges, etc., or get it from underneath right in the bottom right where Happy just ran through there. That's going to be the only two ways they're going to be able to get this wall open. You'll see it right here in this room if they can open up on that wall. Choosing to play off it. But what really is important here, again, we talked about it. Aqua had to use 0 utility to try to get the wall open, at least from the Capital, which is a pretty typical pick here for the teams. They're going to have to try and rotate to get that wall open. Again, another important note to note is that Beaulo only able to actually get one of the walls. And actually, almost shots going to come out from across garage onto Gil. They know they can't get every single wall, so Gil going to go ahead and open up that little slit into the back garage wall. And that's going to be so Prep Time can get the asphyxiating bolt up top. Tom Bailey roaming strong downstairs again with Terra. Modular watching the rotates along with Blue, but Happy patiently waiting downstairs. As we know, Blue is droning out. Modular holding L's. Now they're actually both droning. Getting it caught by the Mozzie, actually. Excited to see if Terra actually captured it. Terra does. They know the push is going to have to come in a bit here, and Blue's actually going to be the one that peaks this against the Bandit. They know right where Happy's at, and Blue actually not making any push here, playing extremely patiently. What we see up top, the wall is still unable to be got because they're going to have to clear it out, but Modger is actually going to have to make the push on this Bandit. But the wall is actually going to be stopped by the lifeline. Going to go up and into the floor, and Bandit, really Happy, just trying to delay but not doing too much. Slifer going to get an opening kill onto Shelby, and that is plant denial, at least Direct's plant denial, completely gone as the Echo, 1.5 minutes of the round, is dropped out. Prep Time going to get a second kill onto Fafi, and they immediately have garage control. Happy, however, going to refrag onto Blue. Knows he has to come up. Modger and Prep Time both in the garage. Slifer right outside wing on the default plant. Gil watching the rotates. Default plant coming up. We're waiting on the C4 to come up, and the C4 from Terra is going to go off on Slifer right in default plant. And that's why you don't plant default, ladies and gentlemen. The default's going to come out again. Are they going to get it off? No, they're not. Trying to figure out exactly where this team's going to plant. Prep Time's taking out Terra. Tom onto Modger Roar, and that's Garage. Gonna have to come up, and Tom with the second kill onto Prep Time from Garage, and it's all up to Gil here. Peeking right on Happy, sees Happy, and it's now a 1v1 with 40 seconds left. All Tom has to do is wait, as Gil is gonna have to try and salvage what was just a great round for Aqua, but he's gonna flash himself right at the top of Cash Stairs. He's got the aim, ladies and gentlemen. He can flash you, he flashes me, he flashes himself. He's going to have to make the push. He's coming in crouched. And Tom Bailey's going to take out Jill as he peeks through the window on the garage. And Aqua just absolutely wasting the round there. Absolutely nuts. You have garage control. You literally met every single thing you had to have in order to execute a plan on that site. You had the wall open. You had one person outside on the balcony. You had two in garage, complete garage control, and then one outside waiting to watch the rotate. And you still lost. You planted a default. C4 came out. You know they're bringing C4. Nobody was watching the rotate behind in garage. They rotated all the way up and around garage. Drones weren't in place for the dead members of Aqua to help their team. And now we're in a 1v1. And we're going downstairs to Church Arsenal for Beaulo to try and to try and not win. Or to try and win 2 rounds in a row. So kind of key holds for basement here. You're going to typically see tunnel get reinforced up depending on how you play, and that's going to be kind of a key focal point to try to get some unique angles across. This church wall is going to also be another one that with that completely reinforced, that's going to stop a push and a plant directly behind that little bar you see right there. And then blue is also going to be an extreme point of contention for this round, as those are kind of like the prep attack sites. In addition, you have several hatches here. You have the stock hatch, the bar hatch, and then the kitchen hatch, all which drop down into respective points, which you can kind of see right there as I flip up and down on the map that this team is going to have to try and take in order to gain access to and secure what's a pretty heavily defended site here. They do have the double hard breach though, which is going to be extremely important here when that's 5 opportunities to open up hatches, or 3.5, really 3 to open a wall that you can crawl through. Or excuse me, walk through. So the drones are going to immediately come out. Kind of see where this push is coming from. Madra immediately starting upstairs. There are no roamers upstairs besides Tom. The rest of the defenders, Tara, Fafi, Shelby, are downstairs. Who am I missing? I'm missing one, chat. I'm missing one. We'll just pretend it's a full 4v5 here. So Happy playing in tunnel. That's who I'm missing here. Happy playing right in tunnel. And the only roamer who's not even really roaming is going to be Tom right on kitchen stairs. And blue knows somebody's right there. Going to drone out Tom. And the call is going to be made. Blue's going to actually salvage the drone. And Tom rotating all the way back underneath. So just like that, if Aqua can figure it out, they have complete first and second floor control. All they have to do is push down into basement. Madra hanging right on the top of blue along with Slifer. Slifer trying to pre-fire some of those angles. It's really important down in blue, which Tom has rotated completely back to here. Happy trying to watch a long angle up onto blue stairs from Church, actually. Shelby playing fairly aggressive as well here. Prep time trying to get a couple angles, but now that's blue, Slifer, and prep time all on main stairs, with blue being the front man watching the angle. They know there's going to have to be a push here. If they want to actually execute on this wall. He just saw the Echo drone go by, but not actually able to execute off of it. Gil going to trade some shots off on a Terra, but nobody's going to go down. It'll be better for the worst. Terra's going to fall off of it, though. Trying to realize he's going to have to play some of that long angle here. But peeking down into the long hall is blue. And blue just immediately going to take Moto. So identifying, he sees the Echo drone. That's one yokai down. And blue does, in fact, have Moto. You do have Jaeger watching from inside, but Madra is pushing right up into blue. And blue, they're going to go down and almost die, but Tom Bailey at 25% health is going to survive out. And Shelby's going to second kill and almost a 3 here as he pushes the hall. He's going to get a second. Does he get a third? He can't quite get the third here as prep time now, knowing he has to rush. And he's going to go down as Shelby gets a third kill from Moto. And it's all up to Gil. Gil immediately able to get the refrag, but with just 13 seconds left, he's going to have to kill 4 members of this defending Beaulo team. But Terra is not going to let it happen in 2 rounds in a row for Beaulo. It's now 2-1. What a round for Shelby there. Shelby gets a 3K as the Echo, just holding down Church and Moto on just a really brilliant play, and then able to just make the execute off of it as he just knows he can push, go off the information he has, get a little aggressive. They're not going to expect it, and he makes it happen. And so now we're going to go to really the last viable site on Clubhouse. They do have the 4th, which is kind of that bar stock area, but not really viable. We're going to go up to gym bedroom here. Beaulo has won 2 defensive rounds in a row, and it's a 3-site rotations, so they're not able to play the same site for another 3 rounds. So when Beaulo rotating to their third and last opportunity to play a viable site here on this map. And again, if you're not super familiar with competitive play, it is 6 rounds half. So you're going to do 6 rounds on the sides you start on. So for Win Beaulo, that's defense, and for Aqua, that's attack. And then at the end of those 6 rounds, you're going to do another 6 rounds on the opposite side. So pretty standard holds here. You're going to have to really focus on holding what is called like the tub wall, you know, for the hot tub right there. Tub wall, jacuzzi wall, whatever you like to call it. You're going to have to hold that because that's going to be the opening directly from the outside. And then you're going to have to figure out how you want to play logistics. There's a hatch up top that they can just drop down into that. So you got to figure out how you want to control that. And if you really want to focus your hold on this side of the map to block construction or inside construction, which construction is kind of a death trap. So you're going to figure out how they have to bracket it here. And we're going into round number 4. As Aqua, coming off 2 losses straight in a row, is going to figure out if they can try and win this 4th round. The drone's coming out and actually executing fairly well, getting the quick drones off. They're going to know that Happy and Tom are playing in cash. They do have the castle, though, so they're going to have to utilize some utility to kind of hold that off if they can do it. But actually, 3 players, Fafi, Tom, and Happy, are playing in cash. Modger and Blue kind of getting semi-aggressive here. Blue's going to drone for Modger. Modger's right in CC, though. They do have that castle barricade. They're going to have to get knocked down, but really that's going to be the only way you can push is the entire wall from both sides is reinforced, unless you want to use one of your 2 double hard breaches here. They do have Gil. Gil is watching the rotates, but I think they're going to have to use some of the utility. But actually, 0 breach charges here. So the utility is going to have to come out from the Ash charge or that lifeline. Blue going to open up underneath and try to hit the bandit, but can't quite hit it. Instead of choosing to utilize the breach rounds for underneath to get the bands off, he is going to get a couple of them off here. And the lifeline's also going to come out. The Habana charge is actually going to start to open up the wall unless Happy is able to come back onto it, but he's not, in fact. And everything's opened up here. Major peeking directly. And they do have the opposite site held open. Tom Bailey going to try and fight it across into CC, trading a lot of shots onto Gil. So not really trading, giving them onto Gil. And that's going to be 3 players here. Stuck. Prep Time finally going to take out Happy on the first opening kill of the game, 2 minutes in. Prep Time able to get a second onto Shelby. And not quite a third, though, as Tom's going to down him. Not going to be able to pick it up, though. And that's 4 players left to try and push Tom, as the revive is actually going to come out here. Blue knows he has to rush. Blue just waiting for the peak. And Tom Bailey's going to be able to get Gil, but Blue not able to get the refrag. But it doesn't matter. Prep Time's going to get his 3rd kill for the round on a Tom. And with 45 seconds left, they're going to have to make this push. Terra rotating up behind them onto cash stairs. Fafi just has to hold the line here. And Terra really needs to hurry up here with 30 seconds left. He's got to move. They know really all the players are in. Terra rotating up behind them. Terra's going to whiff, though, almost, but take out Majoror, and then a second onto Prep Time. Fafi's going to take out Slifer, though. And now, oh, and Terra with the triple kill. And he takes out Blue. They had sight, ladies and gentlemen, almost. They had it locked down. They had 4 attackers. And again, there were no flank drones. Nobody watching the flanks. Nobody watching from behind. Nobody executing and playing off information onto the site. They wasted 2 minutes, had great kills, a triple kill on the round for Prep Time, but then they just stall out and lose. What an absolute monster of a past 3 rounds for Win Beaulo. We're going to come into round number 5. We're going to go back upstairs to CC, and we're going to see if Win Beaulo can't take it a second time. They've now won all 3 of their last 3 defensive rounds, and we'll see if they can go for a 4th here and continue the cycle. Not actually sure what's going on. So we are going into round number 5. Also to note, people want me to note this. Apparently, because some people think it's a big deal that I can't call them by their name that they've named themselves in the game. And so for those of you that would like me to name the person in the game by the name he is not in the game, we're going to now call Shelby Fluvio if I can remember. So for all of you who like calling people by the name that is not their name in the game, Shelby is Fluvio. Going into round number 5, Aqua is going to make the attack onto CCTV. Terra getting at least one of the Mozzie drones he has out now, and Tom Bailey also playing downstairs. You're going to see the door to stock is wide open. Decided to back off that as Blues immediately got the drones in. Slifer coming out the drone, and I imagine Modder's going to move to exact pre-placed location. Yet again, this attack is becoming extremely repetitive. You know exactly where the setup's at. The defense is changing a bit here. Terra rotating around. Tom playing down on blue stairs again, so both teams kind of falling back into what they know. Fluvio playing top garage here. And Modulor making the push in. C4 is actually going to come out, and Blue's going to have to play it from behind. He's going to see Terra. Terra trying to get a drone up instead of playing this one. But he doesn't. He gets a kill on Terra. Or excuse me, onto Blue, but then Modulor with the immediate refrag onto Terra. Terra just overexposing himself there. A quick trade for the IQ. Not really a big loss, but Faffi going to come out onto Module Roar here. And it's now 3-4 for Aqua. All still hanging right outside the building. The drone's going to spot Happy playing at top. Slifer waiting on the wall to get opened up. But, buddy, I hate to break it to you. It's not going to happen. You've lost the person that opens your wall. And Tom Bailey onto prep time. As it's very quickly, and I mean very quickly, a minute and a half into the round, a 2-4. Slifer and Gil both on the roof. Trying to make the peeks into the window. Gil's going to open up at least one angle and then try to get 2 onto that construction wall, and that's going to be the hatch that actually opens up. Tom Bailey playing into logistics, but going to have to rotate out, knowing that they're opening up the construction wall. Slifer holding the angle into the CCTV window, and Gil just kind of patiently waiting on construction. Spread the Habana charges out just too far, and that's going to make this push extremely hard, as it's going to have to be a prone out here for Gil. Slifer going to drop right into logistics, though, as they have construction. Gil's at half health, but they're going to go ahead and give it up now. Tom is going to rotate around now, knowing where they're at. Fluvio sitting on the Yokai drones, trying to give as much information as possible. And Gil's hanging out in stock while Slifer is in bedroom. The flank that was going to come out from Tom is given up now. Slifer knows he's going to be heading that way. Slifer just hanging out. Tom Bailey refusing to acknowledge that Slifer might know where he's at. And another kill is going to come out for Winbolo as Happy takes out Gil, and it's now a 1v4. He sees the Jaeger, but it doesn't matter because he can't get the kill. He whiffs the headshot, and Tom Bailey takes out Slifer, voiced by my voice crack, ladies and gentlemen. And that is round 4 in a row for Winbolo, and we're going to go on to their 6th and final defensive round before we switch sides, and we're going to go down to Church Arsenal. That is basement. You saw it in the 3rd defensive round of the map. They did win it previously, like we just talked about, so they have a good chance of going 5-1 here as long as they don't get overconfident and aggressive. I think they can pull this off. Aqua really just kind of stalling out here. Extremely stalling out. Not really sure what's going on. They made a good push on the past couple rounds, but then just kind of burning out, not really playing off drones, not executing and pushing together besides the refrag that came out for Module Roar. I think they just have to work through some of their flow on attack and see exactly what they need to do to kind of improve their cohesiveness on attack. But, you know, defense could be a different story. We could come into the defensive rounds and see a 4-1 or 4-2 or 5-2 or, you know, etc. It's going to be 5-1. There can't be a 5-2. I'm dumb. But you can see it come out. And it has the potential. You know, some teams are just extremely defensive sided, and then others are extremely strong on attack. But Aqua really struggling tonight here on attack. Again, a standard lineup here from both teams. Very little variance coming out with the exception of Blue breaking out the buck instead of the IQ. And we're going to start off with all 5 defenders in basement. Tom hanging down in Blue again, more than likely. And Aqua going to have to figure out how to defend this attack this extremely defended setup. So, you know, you kind of look at what the players are really trying to produce here, and it's all about cross angles. It's all about the long angles. It's about covering each other in ways you wouldn't expect. Obviously, if you're trying to push blue, you're going to expect someone in blue, and that's what you're going to be trying to watch out for. But you're going to see some of these angles come out. You know, the open wall up the top there, the long angles, the Shelby can play right into blue. You're going to die from somewhere that's not the location that you're trying to push into. And that's really what a defensive setup is all about. Defense is all about setting up those angles. You can cover each other, number one, but then play off each other, number two, and then, you know, cover each other from where the attacking team is not going to expect you coming from. Jill just taking a drone break. Listen to the music in gym. It's beautiful this time of year. Wow. Oh, he's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's back as Gil makes the move. Module War just kind of stalling out, waiting on drones. Prep time continues to come around. We're now a minute and a half into the round. Top floor has been secured, and they're going to have to make this execute in the next minute and 40 seconds. Slifer hanging out. Gil coming around. Prep time knows there's somebody in blue. Is yet to use either of his bolts. Just kind of holding out, and that's going to be Tom Bailey playing right behind that new version of the deployable shield. Just kind of waiting. The first one is going to come out. Terra's going to rotate off, but Terra is going to take Gil, and Tom Bailey rotating out of blue here. Terra able to get a nice angle up through the floor onto Gil. So that's how Bonded down. A big loss. Slifer's coming down onto the church wall. I assume they're going to go for what used to be the major default plant was opening that wall, but they're going to have to get the charges off first. The drone's coming out. Modger going to try to take blue down from oil pit. But blue, the player, not the location. Prep time and Slifer going to prep to kind of head down. Slifer's coming back up, though, opting and not to open up on to the church wall. Maybe soon again, but Modger is going to go down. We talked about it from the long angle as Terra up and above, outside of blue, playing on top of the boxes. Happy's going to kill onto Slifer and Tom onto prep time. And just like that, it's a 1v5 with 30 seconds left as Aqua's now resting on Blue's shoulders. Coming up is Terra, but Terra's going to get taken out by Blue as he expected to push. He's going to make his move down Blue stairs. He's going to miss the frag, though. And with 20 seconds left, he's going to have to find a way to enter. This entire Beaulo team playing extremely, extremely strong. He refusing to give up and, you know, take prone to that action. And it coming from right down the main stairs to his left is Happy. And that is the 5th round in a row for Beaulo, and that is the end of this half. Beaulo is 5-2, Aqua's 1. All Beaulo has to do is win 2 of the next 6 rounds. If they want to get a win, which is 3 points, only 1 of the next 6 if they want to tie. Aqua has to win all 6 of the next rounds to win, and 5 to tie. So again, we're switching sides. We're going to see Beaulo move over onto attack and Aqua move over onto defense. We're going to start upstairs on CCTV Cash. Happy kind of faking out with the Montaigne, but 6 picking into the Twitch. And other than that, pretty much the exact same lineup that we saw come out from Aqua at the beginning of their attacking pushes. Slightly different here for the defensive team as Gil's actually going to break out the Legion. Here in the wild, we have a Gil charging his goo mines. Not moving for the first 20 seconds of a round because it's extremely important that he has all the goo mines charged up before he can move. This is a portable Gil charging station available at a retailer near you. Insurance and license does not apply. So again, a pretty standard lineup here. We're going to see the ACOG more than likely play out in the top of Garage. That's going to be Slifer. If that's actually what happens, but garage control is going to be extremely important, as we saw previously, is once you get garage control, unless you whiff it, like we saw before, that's going to pretty much win you the round as long as you have the wall open as well. No Capital coming out from Beaulo, though, which I find extremely interesting, because that's going to give you a pain in the butt when you're trying to hold onto that wall and, you know, try to cut off some rotates. But here we go in round number 7. Fafi coming straight on. They know there's a mute there. Kind of bandits as well right in that area, and so the drones aren't going to be able to get in. Slifer setting up, and if you want to look at the defensive setup here, we'll peek it. So Gil is actually the one playing in garage, not an ACOG. Slifer said choosing to play in the middle of the site and kind of give his team some information. Prep time, hang out on red stairs, And then if you go down below, you have Blue and Majoror just patiently waiting, actually in the exact same spots we saw when Beaulo play. Trying to get some of these. Tom Bailey's going to use the lifeline to take out the mute jammers, but Terra's going to take out Blue, and then Gil refrags actually onto Terra here from down below. So that is the bandit gone, so they know all they have to do is prep and open the wall, which now the wall is open. Almost getting the kill, but not quite able to get the angle. And Slifer's left at half health after what was almost a deadly peek there onto Slifer. So again, the wall's open. The next step is going to be to try and get Garage. They've got to figure out the Garage is completely clear right now. If they can figure it out, the execute is going to be over very quickly. Tom Bailey going to take out Gil, though, and, you know, just not really sure what's going on here. Just struggling on both sides here, attack and defense. They're going to come in. So that's Fafi going down for the plant. Covering the rotates is Happy. Shelby actually rotating in too. Majoror's going to take out Fafi, and it's now a 3v3. Down goes Slifer, and down goes Prep Time as Happy and Shelby are able to get both of those kills. It's now up to Majoror. He knows he's on the default plant, and he's able to take it out. It's now 1v2, but they still have over a minute left. All they have to do is watch the rotate up and make it happen. The Echo drones are still up and going, but he's going to rotate side Shelby over to Cash, where it's going to be a little bit more uncommon. They're not really going to be able to get the angle here for the fuse. Majoror coming up the stairs. Tom Bailey actively watching, but he might actually miss it. I don't know why they're not going for the plant here. They've got to figure it out. So they know that they're rotating over for the plant because he is, in fact, on Cash stairs. But Majoror making the rotate around, not able to quite get the fight off here. And Tom Bailey's going to be able to finish out Majoror for 6 straight rounds for Win Beaulo. We're now moving in to the potential final round of the matchup, as all Win Beaulo has to do is win this round to take the match. The best Aqua can do at this point is tie, which at that point, you know, you kind of think you're giving up. You realize the game's over. You're not going to be able to get many points. It's, you know, they've got to fight that urge, and they've got to fight the next 5 rounds in order to get that tie. But we'll see if they're able to pull it off here as we go back upstairs to CCTV Cash. For, again, their potential final round of the matchup. Very little variance from either team here. Actually, no variance from either team. Bringing the exact same lineups, and we'll see how it works out. Pretty similar strategies from both teams, just doing a little bit better when Beaulo is tonight. The bot going to come out instead of the Twitch, so that's going to bring some frags in to the show as we get started here. Blue getting the wall prepped with kind of those holes open there. And what that does is allow sound to travel a little bit more through the wall, through the game engine. And lets you hear what's going on just a little bit better from the other side of the reinforced wall where Blue is playing. So be really interested to see who holds Garage and who doesn't here. There's a scoreboard right now. We really need someone to kind of come in and hold Garage with that ACOG, you know, that's Slifer here. Try to get the long angles across, you know, the peaks onto the open balcony, the hold over here. But, you know, you don't really want your Echo at the same time to be doing that unless he's just really good at what he does, but because that's going to give up a lot of utility quick if he's able to get picked off fairly quickly. And the cap tower is actually on the board here as Shelby brings the cap tower around. So Fafi going immediately to the wall here. It looks like Win Beaulo has everything figured out right now. The rotate's going to be opened up on the first, not the rotates, but the ability, you know, to chuck stuff over C4, etc. Prep Time's opening that long angle up and hold here. Slifer finally with the ACOG playing in on Garage, peeking the Garage door as they're now opening up. Basically, hire me as an analyst, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be able to tell you what you're doing wrong, what you need to do. But Majoror with the quick kill on Terra, but no refrag coming out, surprisingly, from Tom Bailey, as he's just not in place to receive the refrag. And now Modder's going to kind of retrograde out with Jill playing down in bottom Garage, and that's going to like kind of create almost this stall out and this dilemma for Win Beaulo. They're going to have to decide what to do here. Down a man, not really sure where to push. They know one's stuck downstairs. Tom Bailey peeking in from stock. Modra all the way down in Blue, actually. Oddly enough, and go bottom Garage. The call's almost been made to try and play Blue here. But played by Happy is trying to watch it. And Shelby looking across stock down and into the middle lounge. Modger just literally, like, not providing any support from his team, but it doesn't matter because when Beaulo is so obsessed with trying to find him, he's doing a great roam here. Just literally buying time for his team as they realize they're going to have to watch a flank now. They're going to have to watch an angle. Fafi has identified Gil's in bottom garage. See if they try to make the push off, but they literally have a minute left to get these band charges off, and Blue is angrily awaiting, and prep time taking out Happy, though, as it's actually now, for the first time, a significant man disadvantage for Win Beaulo here. Since, you know, the second round, I think, actually, where they were able to turn it back and win, but Tom Bailey peeking right onto CC window. Fafi coming up onto the wall, knows he's unable to get it, and just a rock-solid defense this round from Aqua. Modger now moved back up from basement, playing right on blue stairs. Everyone just holding it right in place, waiting for this push. Tom Bailey moving into construction. The construction wall opens with exothermic charge by Fafi. But I don't know what he's trying to get the long angle ping for, because Shelby, a.k.a. iFluvio, has construction. Fafi opening up the wall here, and then also opening the door. 13 seconds left. The exit's going to have to come out fast and furious. We'll see if they're able to actually pull it off here. 5 seconds left. They've got to make the move. The double kill comes out from Modger, but it doesn't matter as the down is able to get onto one of the Aqua players by Tom Bailey. But not a single member of Aqua was killed that round. And for the first time in 6 rounds, we see Aqua take their second round. So we're still on match point, but we're going to be going down into basement, a.k.a. Church Arsenal. Win Beaulo going to have to recover from that pretty significant defeat there and try to take out Aqua on an extremely defensive-sided site. Again, minimal variance in the team lineups that are coming out here. Just same names, different site. And we're going into the 9th and final round as a 6-pick is actually going to come out here from Gil. Gil is going to break out the pulse, and pretty common pulse corners right here in the back of Arsenal, because you can kind of identify when people are pushing down those main stairs using that cardiac sensor with its over 20-meter range. And again, you know, no change. Really talking about trying to hold these hatches and deciding whether you want to do a roam or if you want to hang out down on site. And trying to just play a very anchored play style here. Prep time, bring out just a little bit of variance on that rotate hold that we saw Win Beaulo play previously. And Win Beaulo is still bringing that double hard breach and realizing they're going to have to clear a pretty significant portion of the map. They also have absolutely not a chance, no way, not identify Gil here. Gil just decided to hang out on the stack hatch for a minute, you know, just wanted to admire the work that he had done on the hatch. You know, you really can't beat the style of craftsmanship he used to make that hatch, and he just wanted to celebrate it for a minute, you know, risking the chance he might die from enemy fire if he sit there too long. It was worth it for Gil. It was worth it, ladies and gentlemen. So Tom Bailey waiting on the drone to bring him into garage. He's now into garage, and we're going to see a fairly heavy, you know, downstairs push. We talked about it. He's got the cardiac sensor out, and Terra trying to play down. Gil at half health now because he knows he's being spotted. He's going to come off of it. That's a great usage of that electronics detector. He sees him yet again. There's a lot of the bandit charges down there. Is really what he's looking at. And the pulse. Gil kind of hanging out down there right on that wall. And if Terra can actually pull this off, he might be able to get a couple of the kills. Gil still using the cardiac sensor and not learning his lessons. The drone's coming down from Fafi, and they're going to double drone Buck down. Buck is just going to start causing absolute havoc here as he's trying to potentially, you know, make a long enough angle that he can get an nade in here, but not quite able to get it out. Gil still playing down in the bottom of church, trying to figure out exactly who and where. They already know he can't move too far, though. Slifer and Blue both hanging out in Arsenal as the kitchen hatch is actually going to open up by Shelby. And so that's going to give them control down and into side as well. Terra's still waiting on Pulse to move. The smoke coming out onto Fafi from the bar hatch. And we're 1 minute and 15 seconds in, and all 5 players from both teams are still alive. So they're going to get the wall open here. They know they have to get the frag up and over if they can pull it off. Happy still has 1 more frag left. He's got to get it over the wall if they want to get the rest of the wall they need to open up, if that's what they're really trying to go for here. But Happy instead choosing to watch Moto. They've got portion of it up. Prep time getting peeks from a long angle. Down through Moto. Hatch. Shelby flashing himself and his team. Fluvio coming out his finest. And decent exposure, ladies and gentlemen. Prep time just able to smoke right on top as Gil takes out Shelby. And Fafi immediately with the refrag onto Gil. That's going to be a decent loss for the team here. All they have to do is hold the angles. Almost Tom Bailey getting a kill. Majoror on the rotate. Blue holding down long. And all 4 players of Beaulo are prepped and ready on this church push. Majoror is going to get a kill onto Fafi and prep time onto Terra. And it's now a 4-2. Tom Bailey making the push. They're not quite able to get it, though, as Aqaulix takes round number 3 as Major and Slifer clean up the rest. They continue. Both teams have continued to let rotates happen on defense, come all the way around them. They're not setting up drones for their dead players to watch. They're not just guarding it with an actual weapon system, and they're just letting them get beaten down over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Not really sure why you would pull your pants down like that, but that's what is happening right now. They're just literally letting themselves get caught on a rotate over and over from both teams. And it's nuts. And in any case, that's 2 straight rounds for Aqua, as we're now going to go into round number 10, which, again, for the 3rd time in a row, could potentially be the final round of the matchup. The 6-pick Buck is going to come out. Happy's bringing him again. Not really a real 6-pick when he's done it a couple times in a row here. But Slifer has been promoted to Doc. They saw he needed a boost, and they're bringing it out. Slifer breaking out the dock and attempts to play Gym Bedroom. So Aqua now finally almost about to make a full defensive rotation here. Absolutely crazy that they've won their first 2 defenses coming on to their 3rd. Aqua really showing Beaulo that they know how to defend. Just struggling a bit on attack, and if they can win 3 more, they can still pull out this point. Gil are going to utilize 1 of the castle barricades on to the workshop, or excuse me, construction window, and then blocking off Cash, trying to play a similar setup as to what you saw when Beaulo played previously when trying to hide out in that Cash room here. So looks like they're going to try and start from the tub side of the map, at least with their hard breachers, try to get that wall open. But it's going to be super important for either Happy or Tom to get the bandits off the wall. Blue playing on the wall this time, so he's going to be able to hold it, but Gil actually going to use both 2 castle barricades, into Gym to try and hold it from both the window and the door, and that leaves the bedroom window open instead. The flashes are going to come out, trying to burn what they might think is an ADS, because they're not really sure if it got burned or not. The drone's going to come out, so is the frag, but they're not going to actually get anything off here, as Happy's trying to utilize both of his buck, and they actually do get it off. So the grenade's going to actually come out and save them here, and the hard breach is just going to be able to open up as Fafi utilize 1 of his exothermic charges, and the tub wall is open. So now they're going to have to contend with that, but Majoror prepped and ready for the rotate around again from Blue. Slifer watching long from Cash. Blue hanging out, and Tom Bailey peeking from the gym window. There, he's getting some pings, not a bunch. But Shelby is actually right on the bathroom wall. Not reinforced in the breach. He's going to swing it. He knows someone's there. Happy's going to take out prep time, though. Shelby has also identified somebody else there, but construction door's going to get pushed from behind, and he's going to have to watch it. A double kill, a triple for the team, and Slifer's going to be able to refrag on Tom Bailey after Gil and Blue both go down. Nobody really watching here, as Terra's going to have to try and cover the flank into construction. The peek's going to come out, but Terra takes out Badra on a whiff, and it's now to Slifer. Promoted to Doc, ladies and gentlemen, but he's going to go down as the game's over. Beaulo takes it on the last kill from Terra here, and there is your final scoreboard. 7-3 Beaulo against Aqua. What a round. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hydro League. You just watched Beaulo win against Aqua Esports. I am your caster, Misfit Midas, and thank you for tuning in tonight and watching the game with us. Be sure to check out, I'll let you know when your next game is. Be sure to check out the October 4th matchups. So you have 2 tomorrow, Nuisance and Unknown Society and Reckless versus Affinity. Both tomorrow, one at 8 Central Eastern Standard Time and one at 9. So be sure to check those out, as well as the game on Saturday at 1700 Central Eastern Standard, Zenyar versus Forgotten Esports. Again, I'm Misfit Midas. This is Hydro League. Thanks for watching.